Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. In this video we're gonna do something a little different. You always see videos all over YouTube of RuneScape's luckiest players or the unluckiest players, or even let's open 10,000 of this thing. But you don't really see a video just comparing the things or like what you can get out of opening up specific loots. So in this loot series we're gonna be looking at Implings. Next time we'll take a look at like keys or chests, but this time let's start off with baby implings. When you look at a baby impling, the first thing that you're gonna notice is the worst loot that you can get from a baby impling is literally nothing. You have a 1 in 10 chance to get nothing when you just got a baby impling. And if that's not a slap in the face, then I don't know what is. But the best drop that you can actually get is gonna be a mud pie. Sells for 1,000, and if this isn't the most niche PvP gear I've ever seen, then I don't know what is. Throw this mud pie at an opponent and it takes 25% of their run energy away. What? How have I never seen this used before? Not to mention the easy and beginner chances, not very high, so it's not the impling that you're going to be using to stack clues. Now when it comes to young implings, this is what you're going to use to stack beginner clues. It's at a rate of 1 in 25 and 1 in 50 for easy clues, which isn't really that bad. But if you're thinking about the worst thing that you can get from a young impling, that's hands down going to be our chocolate slice. You can't sell it. It heals for 3, and well, let's be honest, once you have over 200 of them, you just throw them away. You should totally be able to combine them into a whole chocolate cake though. If that ever became a mechanic, I would take that back and then call the pure essence. Just 1 pure essence, the worst drop. But if you want to look at the best drop, that's going to be our mithril bar. And with a price of 685 and also being, a resource, you can't go wrong there. Moving on to our gourmet implings, this is going to be how you're stacking your easy clues. At a rate of 1 in 25, believe it or not, you can also get a grubby key from it too. It is not likely though. It's 1 in 500, which is like, but honestly, if you were gonna look at the totally worst thing that you could get from a gourmet impling, it's frog spawn. It heals between 1 to 3, and it doesn't really have a use. And you know what? It even stacks, so you even consider keeping it even though you really shouldn't. The best thing though about our gourmet implings is gonna be sharks. 3 cooked noted sharks, coming in at just over $3,000. Not a bad value, but if we were going to highlight some of the things that you can get from a gourmet impling, I would definitely have to say you can get a chef's delight, a garden pie, or a fish pie, just in case you're trying to train, cooking, farming, or even fishing. The next imp we're going to be taking a look at is the earth impling, and this one is not popular, to say the least. The worst drops that you can find of an earth impling, a earth tiara for a total of 2 gold, or if you actually need an earth tiara, let's give you 2 jangerberry seeds at a price of 4 gold. Definitely not worth the investment. If you were going to look at the best that you could do, that'd be the fire talisman for a little over 5k, and that's not really all that much. And the fire talisman you're probably not gonna use very often either. There's a medium clue chance of 1 in 100, which is absolutely atrocious. I don't think anyone would be buying an earth impling unless it was given to them. But a funny thing happens when we start looking at essence implings. They're a little bit different, and I might honestly say getting anything off of their drop table would be totally fine. We've got runes, the thing that makes RuneScape run. So getting literally any of these isn't a bad thing, but if you were gonna classify the worst thing, I guess we could take a look at the 4 lava runes for a price of 16, but I'm pretty sure lava runes used to be a moneymaker, so I'm not sure how accurate that is. If we were going to take a look at the pure essences, 20 or 30 noted pure essence for 40 coins, that kind of sucks. I can get that anywhere else. The best thing, though, has got to be the blood, the death, or the nature runes. And yes, I see the Mind Talisman down there with a little bit more money than these, but it's barely got a use. Who's gonna use Mind Talismans? With a medium clue chance of 1 in 50, not too bad if you really needed some runes. Just get as many Essence Implings as you can find. And here we go, y'all. We've got everybody's favorite Impling. That's gonna be the Eclectic Impling. When you think about the Eclectic Impling, you obviously think about medium clues. At a rate of 1 in 25, this is what you're going to be using to stack medium clues together. Now, if you wanted to look at the specific drops, which literally almost no one does, but if you did, the worst thing that you could get is an empty candle lantern for a price of 7 gold. And you might even get some watermelon seeds, but those are useful, so keep them. The best thing that you could possibly get is actually adamant ore at 10 noted for an 11,000 gold price. And that's okay, but I think we really should honorable mention a couple of things on here, like the Slayer's Respite, maybe, red spiky vambraces or blue d'hide chaps. All of those can just be applied directly to Slayer, or even just get yourself a wild pie. As far as it goes, though, this is the most bought Impling that you're ever gonna find, and there's even a plugin on RuneLite that helps you to track them. Nature Imps, kind of like Earth Imps, are that gray area thing where you're not exactly looking forward to anything on the drop table, but you wouldn't necessarily be mad if you got anything on the drop table. It's straight up just seeds. You could definitely get yourself a Ranar or Torstal seed for pretty much like 50k, and you're gonna need those. Just trust me, you need them. But the worst kind of drops is Jangerberry, Curry Tree, Orange Tree, but any tree seed really is kind of good, so I wouldn't turn my nose up at that either. There is, though, a 1 in 100 chance at a hard clue. It's not the best, and this is probably one of the reasons why you see people turn away from Nature Implings. Moving on to Magpie Implings, and pretty much anything from here on out, we're not going to be sad to get. Like, even if we get the worst drop here, which is also the exact same rarity as the best drop here. I just love that going on from Magpies. From now on, it's like that. Sidetracked. But if you did actually end up getting the Nature Tiara, it's not terrible. It's 55 gold, and you can get some pineapple seeds instead for like 90 gold. And the next biggest thing is like 2,000. So like, we really got a nice little stopgap right here. These two could be useful, and then here's some money. If we're gonna look at the very bottom of the list, we've got Snapdragon seeds coming in at 50k again. And then you also could get a Sinister Key, which is literally one more chance at RNG. So could be good, could be bad. You never know. Or maybe you just sell it for 30k. So now we're talking about ninjas. No. Not that guy. I mean Ninja Imps. And you know what? They kind of get upstaged by Magpies. There's not really anything that you're like, oh man, let me get some of that. But it's also kind of like the same drops and also less so, because some of the drops aren't even that good. You do get a very good clue scroll chance at hard clues, which is 1 in 25, so you're probably going to be buying as many ninjas as you can to stack clues. But if you want some honorable mentions from the drop table, you're looking at a Weapon Poison Plus, 4 noted. There's Mystic Gloves, Mystic Boots, Split Bark Helm, and you can even get Dragon Dagger Poison Plus. A lot of those are nice upgrades for some Iron Men as well. So Crystal Imps were designed specifically to work with one area, and it's kind of a next level area at that. So essentially you want all the drops on the drop table, and they even kept the trend of everything being the same drop chance, except for the clue scroll of course. And there's even one more tertiary drop that I'm sure everybody would love, and that's the Elven Signet at 1 in 128. And that is actually the best thing that you can get from Crystal Imps too, by the way. And by a very large margin, because it's 2,200,000 coins, and the next closest thing is like 8 Renar seeds for like 300,000 something. But you could also look at the worst thing to get, and if this isn't in air quotes, then I don't know what is. But the worst thing that you could get is a Dragonstone amulet. Unenchanted, of course, you still got to enchant it, but that's still nice. And yes, you can look at like the crystal acorn or like the crystal shards over here. Those have some very niche uses and specifically for the area that you're in. So I just left those right off because I'm pretty sure you're keeping those. And of course, we have to mention the 1 in 50 chance for elite clues. Not bad at all. And honestly, if you were trying to stack elite clues and you didn't have an elven signet yet, you should probably pick crystals over dragon imps. And now we've come to the top tier kind of implings. The ones that you'd just be happy to see in the wild. The ones that you see 4 people chasing at the same time. That's going to be a dragon impling. And when you think of it, the worst drop that you can get is 15 summer pies. Noted. And obviously they sell for about 6k, and that's not really that great. But summer pies are freaking awesome, man. You get 5 agility per summer pie and 25 extra run energy. What more can you ask for? You just basically got handed some shitty stamina potions. If you were gonna look at the best drop here, that's gonna be our dragon dart tips. 350 of them, by the way, at just over 750,000 gold too. So nothing to sneeze at. And you could also get a couple of different upgrades like Mystic Robe Bottom, you can get yourself a Dragonstone Amulet, or even a Poison Dragon Dagger. All of those things are used pretty much to the mid to halfway late game. And yes, I know I said that Dragon Implings were the top tier. They kind of are, but they're not. And you could actually get yourself a lucky Impling. Takes 99 Hunter to get barehanded. And if you were gonna get one of these things, you get one chance, one shot, one opportunity.
Did you capture? Just let it slip.
At an easy, medium, hard, elite, or master clue. But you only get one roll on those. And if you did end up getting one roll on the easy clue, and you ended up getting very unlucky on the easy clue, the worst possible thing that you could get is a coif. They gave you a coif in your lucky impling for 2 gold. These cost damn near 60,000 gold. And if you're the luckiest sumbitch on the goddamn planet, you could get a roll on a master clue. And you could walk away with straight up 3rd age. Yeah, 3rd age items. Like a 3rd age pick or a 3rd age druidic anything. That's max cash. 2.2 billion coins. So they kind of win by a large margin, but it's probably never going to happen. It's very, very, very unlucky, and if we were ever to see something like that happen, I would love to see a screenshot. I would almost pay money to see a screenshot of that. But thanks so much, everybody. If you enjoyed what we were doing here today, go ahead and leave a like down in the comments. And if, you were mentioned here for being the luckiest or unluckiest for any of the Impling tiers, please leave that down on the comments or even tag me on Twitter with a couple of screenshots. I'd love to see it. But until next time, everybody, I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more, everybody.